Welcome back to Floating Around in Space.
I have to do something.
We're here on the space map. And suddenly we have a lot of quests to do.
Oh, where's the local cluster? There it is.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know what you're doing. Oh, God. I know what he's doing.
I remember I found this, and I was just like...
Uh-huh. So the local cluster is our home place.
See?
Our solar system here.
Here it is.
You got Earth.
There it is. But that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, we're not here for Earth. Earth is boring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I sure hope the audio picks this up well.
I can't hear what she's saying.
I don't think she said it. I think it's because that was the first time you did it, so it was giving like a tutorial bit.
Maybe. Zero eyes.
Yeah, she's mostly talking about the resources and stuff, because you're not supposed to be here yet. I mean, you can go here, obviously, but... Yeah, I think it's past now. But,
Dang it. I remember it being a little more funny than that.
yeah, I think it was because there was less tutorial stuff going on. But, yeah, when you go there, the AI is like, really, Commander? Now probing Uranus.
It's actually technically pronounced Uranus.
Something like that, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go get Archangel, I guess. Or Morden. I think they call him the Professor here.
I'd really much rather get Legion or Thane.
Yeah, but we're probably not gonna get that far in one evening.
Probably not.
Not unless we really, really book it. I think even if we really, really booked it, there's probably enough content just between here and there. We'd be here for hours.
And then here are the loading screens.
Yep. Everybody enjoying these loading screens?
They tried to make them look interesting at least.
I mean, they're not boring loading screens. It's just, you know... it's a bit better than a black screen with the word loading on it.
Or the things where they tried it, it's just like, you can circle, you can make this thing circle around.
I think that'd be fun. Like, they give you something to interact with. Even if it's not that important.
Yeah, kind of, eh.
I don't know. I always just found it fun to just screw around on the load screen. Alright, you have all these stat points. Well, you have 12 points. Oh, right, because each point is kind of worth less. Yeah, I think at, like, point 4, right, you get to choose, like, a specialization for it, for disruptor ammo. Nice. Oh, yeah, you have to choose, yeah.
What should I do? It lasts longer, but there's heavy barrier. Let's do heavy barrier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably better to have a better barrier than a longer barrier.
Yeah.
Because you're only gonna use it in emergencies anyways. But yeah, I was gonna mention disruptor ammo. Like, it's 4th point. What are the choices there? Because, I think...
Ammunition, electromagnetic properties that can...
You make it, like, even more dangerous, or you get squad disruptor ammo. So you can just give it to your whole team. I think I got to the point, because, like, as a soldier, I think you basically get every ammo type. So I just got squad ammo types for all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that way, anytime I ran into, like, a robot, I was like, everybody gets the good ammo. It's pretty great.
I really like the Solarians, actually.
They're kind of interesting. Though it's a little odd once you hear that, like, this is the thing that I don't understand. You know, we learn more about this later when you meet the Professor, because he's a Solarian. But apparently they have a really short lifespan.
Yeah, it's like 30 years.
I thought it was, like, even less than that. Might be, I don't know. But in any case, like, he apparently did some stuff involving the Krogans. You know, the genophage. I don't want to get too much into technical lore stuff, because then we're going to be sitting here talking about lore for days. And I was like, when did he do that?
That is a good point.
He's kind of an old Solarian, so... But, like, he can't have been alive for that long.
Well, Solarians can live longer.
Like, but if you assume he's probably, like, in his late 20s, maybe, or mid-20s. So he's a pretty old Solarian, right? That means that he must have been a genius scientist at the age of 15 or something like that who was helping modify the plague.
Probably.
And you're like,
Could have been a genius.
Could be. I mean, you know, most of the Solarians seem pretty smart.
I did read that if you all the
So they probably grow up pretty quick, but
all the races were based off of like certain things. Like the Solarians are based off like the Greys, the generic.
Oh yeah. No, I remember you mentioning that. I was gonna mention though, because we were talking, I think last episode about the music in this game. I really like the club music. I think like the lower level of the club has like a different song, and I like that one a little bit better than the upper level of the club. But
Is this who I need to talk to?
no, you're talking to Arya.
Oh, yeah. There we are.
Not to be confused with Game of Thrones Arya. Though this person would be crazy weird to see in Game of Thrones. That'd be super cool.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
There's a character named Arya, but she's like a little girl who learns the skills of an assassin. Because people kept killing her family. Spoiler alert, by the way.
People probably care more about that spoiler.
I don't know, I feel like most people are probably semi-up-to-date on Game of Thrones, even if they haven't seen, like, the latest season.
I'm not.
You're not up-to-date because you didn't care enough to watch it.
I just really didn't want to get sucked in, because I knew if I'd get sucked in, I wouldn't leave my house for months.
Sort of depends, I guess, on how long it takes you to binge-watch, what, 5 seasons now? 6 seasons? I think it's 6 seasons now, yeah.
See, the great thing about where I work is I get all of it for free, but I don't watch that stuff, so I just, like, I have no need for it.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be a little bit worried, like, if I had HBO, right?
I can get you HBO!
I bet you could. But, like, if I had HBO, like, it'd be one of those things where I'd be like, well, look at all this quality television that I'm spending, like, you know, $15, $20 a month on. I should probably make more use out of it than watching Game of Thrones once a year.
Yep.
So, but, you know, since that's, like, that's the thing, right? It's like, I'm sure they have a lot of good shows, but I'm not sure I'd want to spend that much money per month, and then also have to spend that much time watching TV.
Yeah.
I'm not really, like... There's a lot of good stuff on TV, obviously. There's lots of good shows coming out these days. It seems kind of like, whoever's behind TV series has kind of figured it out, and they've hit, like, this vein of success. Where they're like, oh, we know how to make good shows again.
Yeah, shows were not good in the mid-2000s.
They figured out the formula to make good television. And I think there's even been sort of like a shift in media in general. Because now people are looking at television series as like a more legitimate form of like entertainment. So, you know, before it was like the big budgets always went to movies. And then the movies came out and people were like, eh.
I like movies more than TV. I don't like TV.
Well, here's the thing, like, I think it's a bit of pros and cons, and I think this is, like, true of, like, any medium. Because I know a lot of people, like, you know, like, it's kind of like an ongoing discussion, right? Like, a lot of people are talking about, like, how cartoons are for children, or video games. Some people think video games are for kids, or, you know, like, they're not as good at storytelling. Or, like, you know, like, why would people play video games when you could read a book, or something like that? It's like...
Yeah.
They're different experiences, but they all have their ups and downs. Like, none of the other things have the interactability that a game does. And so there's, like, things that a game can do that you could never get from a movie or a television series or even a book.
Yeah.
And then books are cool because they let you use your imagination a little bit more. And they help you boost your vocabulary and your grammar and stuff like that. So there's definite benefits to books, too. Movies are nice because they're almost like entertainment cookies. You know, you sit down, you watch one, you get the whole story, and you're like, cool. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
TV series take a lot more, like, time investment. Because, you know, like, something like Game of Thrones, right? One season is like 10 episodes. Each episode's like an hour long. Like, that means it's 10 hours. Which is like the length of 5 movies. And then there's several seasons of it. So you can do a lot more with a TV show than you ever could with a movie. I mean, games can be pretty long too.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, and then if you just really want to break the mode, you'll be Sherlock on BBC, which is an amazing show. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I haven't seen it yet. I have it on my Netflix list. It seems like it'd be kind of interesting, so I've been meaning to check it out, but I have not.
Every
watched it
episode is like a movie. It's like an hour and a half long.
Oh wow.
Is this the exit?
No. No, I think this heads down to the. No, that's not the price. So that's. Anyways, there's a lower level here and has good music, but sick club tracks.
No, it's not the exit. This is the confusing. Oh,
Yeah, it's right there. That's it. But yeah. So I think each medium has its sort of specialties. Like, even cartoons, like, some people don't take cartoons seriously. But there's a lot of things that, like, cartoons can do that you couldn't do in typical, like, storytelling stuff.
I've heard that The Amazing World of Gumball is really good.
I haven't seen that one. But I think there was some animator, because I remember hearing the quote somewhere that, like, with a cartoon, you don't have to, like, obey the rules of reality. Like, if you tried to, like, do something weird in a live-action movie, like, Space Jam's a pretty good example. Because you see something like,
Or Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, but I was going to think of Space Jam, because that's the one that came to mind first, because there's that scene where Michael Jordan stretches his arm.
Yeah.
And it looks really weird. But you think about it, and, like, something like that is completely normal in a cartoon, and completely out of place in reality. Right?
Yeah.
Cartoons can do storytelling like that, in a sense, and they can tell stories that, like, have nothing to do with reality, really, because, like, you can sort of accept it in that universe. And it would make no sense in, like, a live-action film. So, it's just kind of interesting. Because, you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
No, I get you.
I hope the idea is coming across. I just don't like it when people sort of, like, delegitimize stuff like cartoons as, like, an illegitimate medium or something that's only for kids. Because there's still a lot of, like, storytelling you can do through art and animation.
Yeah.
That you couldn't do with something like a live action or probably even a book. So.
I've just been blazing through.
Yeah, I've noticed. You're hunting down Archangel, so you've joined the mercenaries who are hunting him down. So Archangel's really cool as a character because he's like some ex-cop who decided to become a vigilante. So he went to like the darkest, grittiest neighborhood in the galaxy and then started going all vigilante on the gangs here. To the point where all the gangs considered him a large enough threat that like 3 of the major gangs have teamed up just to take him down. And they're hiring every mercenary in the sector to basically pin him down in a building so they can drop a helicopter on him.
Pretty much.
Like, you're like, man, this guy's pretty cool, right? So.
And we're just like, I want to go grab him.
Yep. So yeah, Archangel is probably one of my favorite characters. It's pretty great.
Let's see.
I think I told Ark about it once, and he thought it was cool that like the best character was also using his nickname. He's never played the game, and he's probably never going to.
Yeah, which sucks.
I'd be a little surprised if he even watched our series on it. But
would ya?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. The truth be told, like, I don't watch most of our stuff, but that's because I lived through it, and then I have to edit it all, and so usually I'm kind of sick of seeing it.
That's understandable.
Occasionally, though, you know, if something funny happened, maybe I'll go back and check something out. The other day, Ark and I sat down and we watched our Alien vs. Predator playthrough, because we could see apostrophe butt Columbus again. Because that was one of our favorite jokes of all time, and for some reason our most watched episode. Oops. You bumped the red spot. Oh, okay, I thought it kicked you out, like you couldn't try it after you botched it.
I've had it once where they're just
Oh,
like...
that's the one. Top middle.
Wait, this one?
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, here it is. Top blue.
I think that was it anyways. Maybe I'm wrong.
Top 2 blue. Top 2... There it is.
Yep.
I think every time you get below, it gives you less credits.
Ah, that would make sense.
Belt buckle. Fire. Push. And top.
I always like getting the last one.
Yeah,
Like,
because...
after you do 6 of them, you're like, easy.
yeah.
Don't even need to check.
That should slow him down.
Perfect. It'll be nice. Just running around causing chaos. Alright, so we're going to get into a big battle here. That's probably going to culminate in a meeting with Archangel. So, I think we'll call it good for right now, and we'll come back next time.
Okie doke.